Hi, this is Vashwati. In my previous video on sample paper of MA in Development Studies entrance examination, I discussed and show that the sample paper how it is in my time on 2024. So I sorry 2025. So at that in that video I said at the end that I will show and I will discuss another sample paper what I got from a senior and a senior person's resources. So, of that person's time of entrance examination on that year of when that person attended the entrance examination, that year, that sample paper was published on the institution's website. So, this is the sample paper here. So, in this sample paper, the pattern is little bit different than the sample paper what was published in my time when I attended the entrance examination. Okay, so I repeated I told in that video and I'm also repeating it again that every year the uh, pattern is changed little bit, just slightly. So but the overall pattern of MCQ and essay stays same. Okay, but can be very little bit. So here is the sample paper of that person's time what I got from that senior. That the written it is written again that the sample paper is for indicative purpose only. The pattern may change without prior notice, so it change every time. This is the first page. Total marks is 50 marks. Time is 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. You're getting that. And yes, MA in Development Studies entrance test. This is the instruction. I'm not repeating again, but showing the. Okay, you can see that in section 1, it in that section 1 is multiple choice questions, and section 2 consists of 6 analytical questions. You should answer any 3 of them in the space provided in the question paper. Okay, so from the 6 question, you have to answer 3. And but on our time, there was little bit less questions are given, and we have to answer 4 descriptive type questions. Okay, so yeah, it's every year's matter when the pattern is what we cannot actually uh, confirm previously or earlier that okay, this pattern will be for this year. The actual what will come and what it will be, you only can find you will only can see it on the examination hall sitting on the space. Okay, not before that, but you can just get an idea, rough idea what it can be. So section 1 is again uh, for 20 marks, and this is the question. That first question is randomized controlled trial research method is associated with which economics Nobel laureate. Okay, 1 marks question. Okay, in this question, in this sample question paper, maximum questions are for 1 marks. Okay, and logical reasoning questions are for 2 marks. So you have to practice logical reasoning and mathematical aptitude portions um like little bit carefully, not to leave those portions obviously, to answer all. And number 2 is during inflation a commonly practiced policy of the central bank is to. This is the answer. This is the options. Third one is the Indian government's policy of leasing out public assets to private players for a limited period of time is called. Options are this. And number 4 question is who is the author of the book Everybody Loves a Good Drought. And 5 is which countries are experiencing the highest urban growth today. Sixth one is which among the following agencies recommends the distribution of taxes between central and state governments in India? Seven is which of these enumerations is opposed in India? Eight is current debates on uniform civil code in India is related to. Nine is okay from this portion. Nine is little bit mathematical and aptitude portion, logical reasoning portion. 10 is the 104th amendment to the Indian constitution was carried out to. 11 is again logical reasoning. 12 is logical reasoning. 13 is match the following type of question. You have to that match these organizations founding years. This is the years and this is the institution. You have to just match it when which is founded type this. And 14 is again logical reasoning. 15 is aptitude. That's it. So so in this sample paper only 15 MCQs are here. Okay. So after that, section 2, descriptive type portion, essay portion. And the first question is answer any three questions. Each question carries 10 marks. If more than three questions are answered, only the first three will be evaluated. Oh, okay. Here is the word limit. Word limit is also mentioned 250 words. Okay. So I will suggest that don't go beyond the word limits because it's also carries value like impression and um, if you write too many words then yeah it is matter of impression here how you write briefly within the word limit and also mentioning all the points. First question is, do you think more than 2 centuries of British colonial rule significantly prevented India from becoming an industrial nation? Do you have evidence to prove that India was on the verge of being a modern capitalist economy in the 18th century? It's kind of based on history. Okay, like historical from the historical portion, this question is given actually. Number two is what were the changes proposed by the three new farm laws introduced in 2020? Discuss the issues raised by the farmers movement protesting against these laws. These are based on social issues, so you have to study historical cases, social cases, issues, developmental issues, everything to answer this. Third one is what is the Odisha Land Rights to Slum Dwellers Act 2017? Why is it an historically important legislation in urban areas? And how does it benefit slum dwellers? Obviously, you will not know what type of questions will actually you have to face, but enough amount of questions if you just practice and write essays, lot of essays, then only you will have that kind of experience to write descriptive type of questions, that kind of maintaining that kind of standard which will bring that amount of marks to crack the exam. This is my suggestion. 4.1 is briefly discuss the causes behind the economic turmoil of Sri Lanka. Do you think there is some lesson for India? Fifth one is, do you agree with the proposition that electoral victories of the BJP since 2014 have heralded a new era in India's party system? Discuss its main features. Last one is briefly discuss any two forms of social stratification in Indian society and explain how the latest national education policy addresses them in its attempt to increase equal access to education. The sample question is ended here. This is the space for Rafford. And okay, so don't ever think that whatever I'm showing in this sample paper, and when you will attend your entrance examination in which year, what year, on that year also another sample question will be published. Obviously, I will show you that by downloading. But you don't think ever that this kind of questions will repeat on the actual exam day, main examination day. Okay, yeah, it can be little bit similar, little bit related, based on those topics whatever is mentioned in the sample papers. But don't think you will get common questions, maybe repeated questions what are mentioned in the sample question paper. No, actually you will not know what questions, what type of questions will actually be given in the main exam. But my suggestion will be practice enough from the beginning, that you will write any type of essay questions without any hesitation, because it's again at the end up to your experience and expertise. How much you will practice, that much you will can answer confidently, uh, maintaining or writing all the necessary points, including all the style, right style. Okay, this is it for this video.